I think the humanity that you can see in his face is unmistakable, and that was something that I really was impressed by. I wanted to capture the human side as well as official general and prime minister of his country. We tried to keep all of the details authentic. I think the whole idea for the statue was born really in the cemetery at Newark when Marta and I were walking during the creation of the statue for Irina Sendler, and we were walking in the cemetery where the general had been buried, and we thought what a wonderful idea it would be to have a statue of General Sikorski honouring his troops.
Władysław Sikorski was one of the most significant Allied leaders of World War II. As Prime Minister of the Polish government in exile and Commander-in-Chief of the Polish Armed Forces, he played a major political and military role in the history of Poland. We feel the 80th anniversary of General Sikorski's death in 2023 presents an excellent opportunity to commemorate not only General's lasting legacy, but also to honor all of his fellow countrymen who served this country with such distinction during World War II.
Newark's really proud of its connections with General Sikorski. Obviously, during the Second World War, there were about 4 squadrons based around Newark.
This is the Commonwealth War Graves section at Newark Cemetery for the Second World War. The main constituents of this are from the Polish Air Force. We have also other Poles from the Polish Air Force Association buried over here who died later, obviously of old age and everything, but wanted to be buried with their compatriots.
There's a number of airmen killed in action, and General Sikorski felt it was appropriate to set up an area where Polish airmen could be buried, and I think General Sikorski was also kind of happy to be buried in Newark Cemetery as well.
There's a huge significance to Newark in that General Sikorski was buried in Newark Cemetery. That was his wish. This is the council chamber in Newark Town Hall. There was a reception here after his funeral. As well as General Sikorski being buried in Newark Cemetery, there were also 3 presidents in exile who were buried there. They were taken back to Poland last year, and the flag is a replica of one of the flags that was on the coffins, and we were given it by the Polish people as a present to the town hall here in Newark.
The best of my recollection, and of course this was way back in 1993, of course, this is where I sat at the lying in state ceremony when General Sikorski's remains were placed just where his actual memorial is, and for the overnight before he was returned to Poland. The plaque actually marks the spot where the general's coffin was held overnight in the church, and it was placed there by the town council as a memorial for that actually very significant event in Poland's history and indeed in our town's history.
We would like to reintroduce General Sikorski to the Commonwealth War Graves as a gesture to recognise how important the Commonwealth War Graves in Newark were to the General.
I think it brings back a bit of hope for the Polish community to restore the relationships after the Brexit. We don't have any more Polish Saturday school in Newark, and I think that is the opportunity for Polish families to talk about the history and for children to learn about the history.
So we prepared a song all about Irina Sendler, which is going to be sung at the unveiling of a new statue for General Sikorski. The song was composed by Shirley Novak, and it's a very powerful, quite a slow ballad that gradually builds up in intensity.